Hello again, Struckwap. Welcome back to another evening of streaming. Today I will continue leveling up the hero from yesterday, which was Blood Drinker Railmaster. And yesterday we found that book that allows us to, well, to use skills that we haven't unlocked yet, as long as we have the set items, the quest set items equipped. So I hope everyone has had a fun Halloween, if you're from a country that celebrates Halloween, although I guess nowadays every country does, just not officially. And just a second, what's happening? Something's happening weird with my resolution. Yeah, why was it on this resolution? Wow, okay, I immediately noticed something was wrong there when I started the game. Okay. So I was leveling this one and my quest is to go to the Mossrat Den. I haven't touched this hero since I stopped streaming last night. So yeah, we will continue where I left off. And to those of you who are interested in my basic attack Flaming Destroyer Dusk Mage, I uploaded the build today. It's on my website, it's on YouTube. So for anyone who was interested, it's there. If you were waiting for the basic attack Flaming Destroyer version. But in general, basic attack builds are still underwhelming or underpowered due to bugs. So don't expect too much from basic attack builds for now, until they fix the affixes and the passives that make them stronger. In the meantime, what have we in this hero's inventory? Should I use the blast rifle or the... Well, I'm gonna use the rifle. Honestly, it's a lot of damage. It's totally worth using that one. And I've got finally a slow chance shield. So let's... Oh no! Fuck it, I'm not gonna go into this portal. I didn't want to use this portal. I thought it was a wife-bound scroll. Let's move it away from there, because that's where I keep my wife-bound scrolls normally. Okay. I'm gonna just keep going towards the Mossrat Den. I'm level 10. I think I was saving points. Was I? I was saving points for level 10. So what was I... Oh yeah, I was saving for Lantern Flash. Tier 2. Okay, one more level and I can... Actually no, I'm already at level 6 there. Yeah, so perfect. I've got Lantern Flash tier 2. Now I just need to be swallowing enemies to get that damage going. But first let's find the Mossrat Den. I think it was somewhere around here. Speed Shrine, perfect. Well, dead end. Let's go back. Doesn't seem to be this way. Could it be that way here? Okay, that's the way. At least I could find it. So let's check over here. It should be here in the Mossrat Den. In the Mossrat Den, there we go. So now we're moving. There's one thing about this dungeon that you need to know. With this quest, you don't need to actually finish the dungeon if you get the Mossrat nuggets early in the game. So if I get all of those 10 early in this dungeon, I can just exit through the entrance without going all the way to the end. If you're like trying to rush it. But I'm wondering when they're going to fix this this thing that allows us to use high level skills on low level heroes. Because for now it really does help, and I'm pretty sure it's not intended. Oh, I need to switch the damage numbers again. Oh, never mind, they're switched on. Oh, so Necropupper actually works. Necro Pupper actually works. That's pretty nice. How many more? 3 more drops. Okay, 1 more drop. 1 more drop. Come on, come on. Alright, we can exit this dungeon now. I'm gonna go back the way I came. Oh, I'm missing the movement speed bonus? Oh no, never mind, I'm getting it. Strangely enough, it doesn't seem like my hero is moving slower when the movement speed bonus... Okay, never mind, now he is. Next to the Watcher's Thicket, so at least it's nearby. We need to go this way. Should I just go kill Oakbeard? Oakbeard's gonna be probably level 11, this hero's level 10, so... we could just rush towards the boss. Save ourselves some time. Come on, come on. Yeah, he's so beefy. One of the beefiest bosses out there. And did I remove the point I had in the basic attack proc? The blades for cutting? I think I still have it, so maybe I should try and find a sword or a rail hammer to use with good damage. Oh, this is a sword, hopefully it's with good damage. Oh, pretty decent damage, stronger than my two-handed. Still no scroll of Wivebound though. Just doesn't want to drop me one. I can do a Phase Beast later for a Wivebound scroll. Okay, let's see. Lakeside Clearing. Probably gonna go to Lakeside Clearing if it allows me to enter without turning in. Oh yeah, it does. I'm kind of starting the stream late today again due to editing taking a while and processing the video taking a while. But we've got some time for a stream today. Not much, but still enough. Let's see this one. Okay, Lake Gobdunk is next, but first maybe we can sell. And since we are selling, might as well replace some items. And I'm saving some contract levels for gear bundles while I'm leveling. I've got like 22 contract levels. I've got some gear bundles. I will only use those if I feel like my heroes are underpowered. If I feel like my weapons are not strong enough for the content I'm doing, like for example 2-3 levels lower or more than the content, then I definitely would use a gear bundle or 2 or 3 to try and get a better weapon. But for now I'm gonna save them. And I'm not saving them for level 60, I'm just saving them for when it's needed to catch up with my gear. The same goes for the portals, those Mapworks portals. The Mapworks portals I wanna use only when I find myself out-leveled by my content. So off we go to the hidden foes. But maybe, should I get the waypoint first? We'll see. Oh, movement speed shrine, nice. And I can see where the waypoint is. That's better, that's better. So here. And now here. Let's see. Quite the loading screen. Okay, so the quest here is to go to the end. I can skip some enemies. Thankfully I can skip some enemies. What level are they here? They're level 12. So maybe I should try and get at least level 11 here, so I don't end up too under-leveled soon. Okay, those I'm gonna kill because it's a bunch of them at the same place. Not much density, so that's why I'm not stopping all the time. There should be a few here that I can kill quickly. I'm gonna keep moving. Okay, maybe stop here. Wow, something is doing a ton of damage. I think it was the fire. Well, my defenses are probably terrible. Oh, 31% and 67. Well, even with 67% damage reduction, I'm still taking a solid amount of damage from those fires on the ground. And that's on normal, mind you. Let's see over here. Let's do this. And let's do this. And this. Okay, here it is, the boss fight of this dungeon. I like how this boss fight they didn't put through a loading screen. So, less loading, more fighting. I'm gonna have to kill the little guys first, they're annoying. My pet got wrecked. I can't wait to get Drain. It would be much easier with Drain in the mix. Come on, come on. And the worst thing, just when I killed that one pack of enemies, the purple ones, new ones showed up with the shaman as well. Come on, let's do this. Almost, almost. Thankfully the shaman doesn't heal Netherrim enemies. And Chris is here, and Nerd Gamer is here, and Dan Jordan is here. Yeah, Dan Jordan, this is actually a fun game. At least to me it's fun. Some people would disagree with me that this game is fun, but everyone has different preferences and things they like in a game. I really enjoy a lot of the things in this game. I think it has a lot to offer. As long as you're not expecting too much out of a game that just launched. I think it's got a reasonably decent amount of things to offer new players and returning players. Right, I need to get to the Netherrim Trail. So how are you, Nerd Gamer, and Osiris Magnum? How are you as well? Sorry if I'm a little bit late on the chat when in combat. I try to answer questions and just reply to the chat in between fights, in between maps if I'm mapping sometimes. Then Jordan says, I like that it doesn't have 30 million choices unlike certain RPGs these days. Well, there are a lot of choices, but yeah, it's not that difficult to see the choices and to see the options. Making a build is not that difficult. Of course, if you want to synergize a build, you might need to think a little bit harder. But yeah, it's got the right amount of complexity. And yet, even though it's not as complex as other games, it still has a ton of depth. You can still have more than 200, maybe 220, 30 different builds in the game. So the build variety is there. It's just not. It's not like in other games where complexity equals variety. Here you can have good build variety without introducing unnecessary amounts of complexity. And that's actually pretty nice that they were able to achieve this with this game. Oh shit, I'm out of potions. Only one potion left. And now where do I spend my next skill point? I'm probably gonna start saving up for flamethrower car. Although it might be a little bit too early to do this. So I'll see how it goes. Maybe I can get Drain leveled up later. I'm wondering if I should level up with Spinning Blade or Drain. I already have Drain builds, but I don't have a Drain Train build, and Drain Train has just a very nice sound to it. So maybe it's gonna be yet another Drain build that I'm doing. But for now, let's just level up with what I've got. I'm gonna switch the setup later maybe. My train's invisible. I hope I didn't miss a pylon on the other side of the map at the beginning, because if I did, then I'm gonna have to return and backtrack. Then Jordan says, I've played Path of Exile and man, they have added way too much to that game. For me as a very casual gamer who doesn't have a lot of time to play these things. Well, yeah, I can agree that Path of Exile is getting more and more, I guess, overwhelming to the casual players. Because, yeah, every league they're adding a new mechanic. And new things and new things and new things, which is good. I mean, it's good that the game is becoming better and giving you new content every 3 months. And that content is carrying over. It's not just limited time, but it just carries over for the next seasons. So it's definitely good how they're doing it. But I can definitely understand as well how the more casual player base might be getting overwhelmed by all the stuff they've added into Path of Exile recently. And this game definitely needs something like Path of Exile in regards to introducing new content on a regular basis, on a 3-month, 4-month, 5-month, 6-month. If we get some sort of nice mechanics, even if it's not leagues and seasons that make a start over, you can still introduce the same things that Path of Exile is doing without making people start over. So I think games, for example, like Grim Dawn, you can look at Grim Dawn, a game with the same business premium model, where they just keep adding new stuff without having leagues and seasons. Whether it's gonna be through expansions or the other big paid DLCs, or whether it's gonna be through small content updates to further expand upon the story content and enemies and items. Grim Dawn has been doing very good job. So if Torchlight 3 does something similar to Grim Dawn in regards to content, I think many people would be very happy. I think Grim Dawn is the game to look towards as a game to want to be like in the same business model, where you don't have free to play and microtransactions. And by the way, I forgot at the beginning of my stream to thank 2 people who followed me while I was offline: Dreadbeard Santa and Morses1793. Thanks to those 2 people who followed my Twitch channel while I was offline. Welcome to the Struck Club to both of them. And Kenny566 is back. Welcome back, Kenny. I'm good, how are you? Did you have a fun Halloween? Then Jordan also says, and that is why I will play this. Well, I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that. I'm gonna keep making content for this game, even though I will be taking a little bit of a break from Torchlight 3 when Godfall launches, if I'm able to buy it on launch day. It depends. And around the launch of Cyberpunk 2077, and with Warhammer Chaosbane's new DLC coming soon as well. So we'll see how things... Oh, I knew it. I knew I missed a pylon. But that doesn't mean I will be quitting the game. I will never quit Torchlight 3 as long as the developers keep bringing new content. I will be making content myself for the game. Even though at times I would move to a different game for a while. For a change of pacing, change of scenery. Just for a little bit of variety. And Kenny also says, I'm waiting for Lost Ark. Well, Lost Ark is more of an MMO kind of isometric game. And I'm pretty sure many people are waiting for it, but by the time it comes on the West market, it would be a little bit too late. Because I'm assuming it's gonna come out around the same time Diablo 4 and Path of Exile are coming. Path of Exile 2, I mean. So, if you want the more MMO experience, of course Lost Ark will be a good choice. But if you don't like the grindiness and everything else that comes with MMO games, Lost Ark is definitely not gonna be your kind of game. Then Jordan also says, I like new areas, new items and maybe more character classes. I think what is much easier to do in Torchlight 3 is subclasses. Subclasses don't require animating and creating new heroes, but they can still expand upon the build variety by just adding a new relic or a couple of new relics and so on that use different new elements and just have a different type of behavior, different playstyle to the old ones, and that's an easy and in brackets maybe we can say cheap way to bring variety to the game by adding new relics. It's much easier to add new relics than to add new classes, believe me. This should be an obvious thing to figure out. But yeah, I hope they eventually add new classes as well. But at first maybe we can get a new relic within the next year or so. Then Jordan also says, as soon as I get paid next... oh, nice. You like the limited skill trees and way this one adds the relic system. Yeah, the skill trees might be limited, but there's a ton of depth into each skill. Each skill has 3 passives attached to it. So it might be an active skill, but it also has 3 passives attached to it. And you might want to use those passives, whether it's a passive boosting the skill or a passive boosting your hero. You might want to use a certain skill just because of the passive it gives you. For example, like I am using Lantern Flash. Lantern Flash tier 2 gives me a passive that lets me do 65% more damage to enemies who are slowed, stunned or blinded. And I'm not using Lantern Flash on my active skill tree, but I'm benefiting from all of that that it adds. Everything that it brings to the table. And Kenny566 says Godfall looks good, so the skill tree. Oh yeah, Godfall definitely looks good in regards to the skill tree. 125 skills with 50 levels. Even if each level is 1 skill point, that still gives you a lot less points than skills, so there's gonna be some variety. How do I spend my 50 skill points if there's 125 passives to invest into? And then there's other things that you can customize with gear and things like that. So definitely decent amount of variety, not too complex but not too simple either. I'm gonna be enjoying Godfall. I just hope I can get it, because Google apparently pays out at the middle of the month. So on 14th or 15th this month, I'm gonna get my money from October. And the game is launching on the 12th. So it's all gonna depend whether my PayPal account will have it. In the worst case, I'm just gonna get the most basic version. That's in the worst case. I was planning on getting the 79 euro version. That is 20 euro more expensive. Because it includes the first expansion. But yeah, my PayPal is at like 76 euro. And I need to buy the expansion for Chaosbane, and I need to pay my website hosting. But in the worst case, I'm gonna get the 60 bucks version, the 60 euro version instead of the 80 euro version. And then I will be able to play it. So Godfall I'm definitely getting. One way or another, one version or another, I will be getting Godfall. Because it's piqued my interest from the little bits I've seen there. So now, should I get Blasting Charge tier 1, or should I just focus on saving more points for Flamethrower Car? I'm gonna save more points for Flamethrower Car. Vibrate says, hell yeah. I'm assuming he was talking about Godfall. If not, I might have kind of misunderstood there. Then Jordan says, we'll be getting the game. Yeah, that's pretty nice to know that people will be getting the game. And Nerd Gamer is going away for a moment. Okay. Did I miss a message from Nerd Gamer before? You should try Dusk Mage Blood Drinker. Oh, I've tried Dusk Mage Blood Drinker, Nerd Gamer. I've tried Dusk Mage Blood Drinker. I've tried them all. There isn't a single class and subclass combo that I haven't tried. So there's 20 class subclass combos, and I've tried all 20. In fact, I'm now at the point where I'm doing different builds than the 20 builds I initially made for each class and subclass. That's why I'm taking a little bit longer now before I switch from one hero to the next, because I'm trying to make 2 or 3 builds in one go before I switch to the next setup. Whereas before I was trying to make one build and then immediately move on to the next. Vibrate 690, thank you very much. It definitely will help cover the Chaosbane DLC, Vibrate. It definitely would. Thank you very much for the 690 tip. Right in the feels, dude. That's where it struck. Right in the feels. And this should definitely cover the Chaosbane DLC. It means a lot, dude. It means a lot. And yeah, Chaosbane's DLC is the one thing that's coming first. From all the 3 things I mentioned, the Chaosbane DLC is coming on the 10th this month. And it should be separate, new charge. Because there's a little bit of misunderstandings about the season pass. On Steam, the season pass says 3 DLCs included. We haven't gotten 3 paid DLCs since the game launched. There was Tomb Kings and there's the Godskill Trees, and that's the 2 paid DLCs I would consider as part of those 3. Tower of Chaos, Invasions, and the Forges with Kiwa were all free content that everyone got, so they shouldn't count towards the 3 DLCs of the Season Pass. And on Reddit, long ago, when the game launched, the developers mentioned that the Season Pass would contain 4 DLCs. But why do they say 4 DLCs when on Steam it says 3 DLCs? In fact, on Steam it used to say that the Season Pass includes any future DLC. They reworded it now to say 3 DLCs. In any case, if it's $5, $6, $7 for the DLC, it should be a good price. Because I mean, we're getting a new hero, we're getting a new chapter of the story, and hopefully a lot of other changes. Because since May, the 28th of May, I think is when the Tower of Chaos launched. landed as a patch. Since then we haven't seen any updates. And that's a lot of time. That's what, 5 months? May, so what was it? May, June. No, May, April. So April, we're not counting May because it was the 28th of May. So April, June, July, August, September, October. Definitely 5 months and a half since the 28th of May until the 10th of November. Without hearing anything from the devs. But at least we know they've been busy making a new hero, making new zones, apparently new enemies, which we didn't see in the trailer. And an overhaul of the hub zones, and hopefully overhaul for the invasions. I'm sincerely hoping they have reworked the invasions and improved the Tower of Chaos. This is what I'm hoping for. Right, I'm gonna go to the town to turn in my quest. Let's see what other messages I've missed. Nerd Gamer says, not Nerd Gamer says, Vibrate says, if the Witch Hunter is more like the $10, yeah, if it's more like $10, I might be kind of disappointed from Echo Games. It doesn't seem reasonable to ask for 10 unless it's a huge content update. But so far our experience has been that their chapters, the Tomb Kings was very small in regards to story. The Forges was very small in regards to story. So if the new chapter is just as small as the Tomb Kings and what was that? The Forges with Kiwa, then I think $6, $7, $5 is a good price to ask for the expansion. Anything more than maybe $8 would be kind of asking for too much. If it's just a new hero, some reworks and rebalances, and a new zone, which is not bigger than the previous new zones. If it's bigger than the previous new zones, I would understand if they wanna ask more money for it. Actually, let's sell this. Let's just sell this. Vabrit says they're counting the emotes and pet packs as DLCs. Yeah, but they shouldn't. They shouldn't count the emotes and pet packs as DLCs, as paid content DLCs as part of a season, because that's not season content. That's just cosmetics. Cosmetics shouldn't be counted towards seasonal DLC expansion content. It's just not fair. It's not fair when they're being cheap that way. But I understand that development costs money and they need money, but it's better if they're just upfront and they say, hey, okay, we are out of development money, we need to charge you for the next DLC, even though it would have been better if we included it in the expansion patch, in the season pass. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hopefully they at least don't overprice that DLC. In the meantime, what was my quest like? Gobdunk. Vabrit says, I feel like it might be the last update for Chaosbane. They're being tight-lipped about if there's going to be any more. Yeah. And I also fear that it might be the last update if it doesn't do well on consoles. See, if they sell enough copies of the new generation consoles with the Slayer edition, the new Slayer edition that apparently includes every single DLC, including the Witch Hunter DLC up until now for the new Xbox and the new PlayStation consoles. If they do well in regards to selling those, they might keep the development going. If they don't sell enough copies of those, I doubt people on Steam, PC and on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One buying the new DLC separately would give them enough funds to keep development going. I mean, I hope that Chaosbane doesn't crumble, and I hope they can keep the game going. Because it's not a bad game, it just had a very, very bad launch. It had a very bad launch, and with a few tweaks here and there, and maybe if they add seasonal content, where it's optional to start over, but be online only without single player offline. I mean, they can add single player offline, but keep it separate from the online. If they do that, maybe they can bring a lot of people into the game. Right now, when you know there's cheaters who can just modify their hero data on their computers, if they add any sort of competitive, you would know that there's gonna be people cheating and beating the competitive mode with cheats much quicker than others. And I think in this genre, if you want the most amount of players playing your game, you need to cater towards the competitive people. Because there's a huge amount of people who care about their ego, who care about bragging rights, who care about look at my horse is amazing, my EP is bigger than yours. This is it, this is the age we live in. People want to show off that they're better than others in a game. And that's the easiest way to get more people playing your game. Make something with leaderboards, regardless whether you make people start over every league or not. You want every season to make some sort of new content like Path of Exile. And even if you don't make people start over, as long as there's something new every few months for them to try, to make them wanna return, you're gonna have people playing your game and buying DLCs and cosmetics and whatever else. I mean, there's casual people like me who don't really care about leaderboards and just wanna reach max level as soon as possible and then just experiment with changing their skills and just modifying the build. There's people who just like theory crafting and making builds, regardless whether it's to push content or not. Yeah, there's so many people. There's also hardcore people who wanna play hardcore mode, who wanna start over as soon as they die, without being able to resurrect. And if you think of something fun for the hardcore players and something fun for the competitive players, your game will be successful nowadays, as long as it's not full of bugs and it's not badly balanced like Wosen. When it launched, because Wosen's biggest problem was one of the most important things, the base of the game, the core of the game, not having bugs and being well balanced. That's what was missing. It had so many glitches and exploits, the balance was so terrible, which is probably the main reason why people quit Wosen very early in the game. But we'll see how Wosen will end up with its first Chronicle scheduled to launch later this year. There's just gonna be so many big launches. I mean, Godfall is, I'm assuming, a game that many Wooter fans would be playing. I'm assuming Diablo, Path of Exile, Borderlands, Destiny players would all go and try Godfall. Because it's kind of a middle ground between those games. It's middle ground between Warframe, Borderlands, Diablo, Path of Exile, Grim Dawn, etc. You can take the isometric hack and slash genre, you can take Borderlands, the Wooter shooter, you can take Warframe, the Wooter slasher dash shooter, and you would know that people who play those games would probably be interested in Godfall and see if it's worth their time and money. And then there's Cyberpunk 2077 later this year. I'm not seeing Wosen bringing many people with their first Chronicle, amidst so many titles that are appealing to people launching before this year ends. And as far as I know, they're planning on launching this first Chronicle this year, and there's what, this month and next month left, so yeah. I'm just wondering what's gonna happen with that. I will actually test Wosen, maybe not on day one of the patch. It depends when I find time, but I will go back and test it and see if they fix the leveling up speed to be more reasonable, and if they fix the drop rates to be more reasonable, of all sorts of things. and if it's nicely balanced again. But I don't see many people returning to Wilson, for example. They kind of missed their chance in the first few months after the game launching to fix the game then. They decided to work towards adding new content instead of fixing the atrociously badly balanced old content. Even though they said they're gonna do 4 months of polishing, those 4 months of polishing didn't do much. I tested the game every time they released patches up until the big rebalancing patch, which didn't fix the main problems with the game: the leveling up speed, the drop rates, the XP, not the XP but the affinity rates. Those major problems during their supposedly polishing phase they didn't fix. But yeah. Torchlight 3 on the other hand is super good at listening so far. We said we don't like the drop rates after launch. They are already fixing that, and it's already fixed. Some things are broken and they're already working on those getting fixed, and they actually already fixed some major problems. But there's still a ton of things that I think Torchlight 3 needs to address. There's still some annoying bugs in regards to crit chance caps and certain skills, in regards to basic attacks, in regards to certain mechanics being broken since 5 months ago. But Torchlight 3 as a game, overall as a game, I think it's in a much better state than Wilson was when it launched. Balance wise, apart from the ranged forged, I think every hero in both of their skill trees can have some fun builds. The item variety and the drop rates are pretty nice right now. There's a decent amount of enemies, not that much, but there are a nice amount of enemies in Torchlight 3, for example. So yeah, if I were to compare it with the other games when they launched, I think it's in an okay state. Damn, I can't get close to the witch because I don't have healing. I need to do something. Please don't kill me, witch. Please don't kill me, witch. Please don't kill me. Fuck. I need to get away and change my pet skill to the healing one. Heal, heal, pet, heal me, heal me. Come on, pet. I need my pet to heal me. Why isn't my pet healing me? It's been more than 30 seconds since I gave him that skill. See, this is so annoying when you can't tell the pets to do certain things. It's so unreliable trying to rely on the pet to heal. Oh, finally got a shotgunner shield. I actually never got this one on my first Railmaster playthrough. Well, that's pretty good. And it has chance to slow, even better. Even better. Alright, let's see if I've missed some chat messages. Duran says, hi Struck, did developers say maybe when they will release new big patch? Well, this was the new big patch. This was the big patch in this game. The next big patch probably would be this month, maybe around the end of the month, maybe 3-4 weeks from now. They're currently working on some content related stuff. What that is, we don't know. But in the developers' words, I can quote, we are busy working on some larger content updates, but in the meantime, etc, etc. That's what they told us with this big patch. It's not a huge patch, but it is still considered a big patch. That's not a hotfix, the Gear and Goblins patch. Of course, there's a bigger patch coming, probably before the end of this month. They would wanna leave us with some extra stuff before the Christmas holidays. The developers are humans, they would need to be with their families around the holidays. So they would take a break around the Christmas holidays and New Year's Eve. So my guess is before then we would see some big patch, some huge patch coming with some changes, maybe something like a surprise content. We'll see. I'm not asking for new endgame activity before the end of the year, but at least before the end of January or February I would like to see a new endgame activity. But if they give us something very good and nice before the end of the year, even if it's not an endgame activity, it would be good. The Forged update and the Forged rework, I really hope they give us this before the end of the year. Because I really want to go back to playing Forged. I'm not gonna play Forged until they rework it. So I'm not gonna make Forged builds and I'm not gonna make Forged videos of any type until they rework the Forged. But I can play on the other heroes until then. I've got plenty of relics and things to choose. I mean, I could play Melee Forged. Melee Forged is not bad, it's still decent. And I wouldn't mind doing something Melee Forge oriented. Maybe a basic attack Melee Forged build. With the Blood Drinker, for example, later on. Okay, we gotta do the Trial Strength. I still have no potions. It's still not dropping me potions. This is my biggest problem with the game. The potion system. It's the worst potion system I've seen in a game ever. Not only do you have to get the potions as drops, but they also have cooldown. It has to be either one or the other. And I'd much rather just have the potions on a cooldown without drops. Potion system in the first and second, I don't even remember what the potion system in Torchlight 1 and 2 was. I like Diabu and Chaosbane styles of potion system. Chaosbane has an amazing potion system, a little bit underwhelming, but it's still a good potion system because you don't have to get them as drops, and as long as it's out of cooldown, you can use it. You don't have to go to the city every time to buy new potions. You don't have to rely on potion luck as a stat. You can just focus on damage and defenses and resistances and things like that instead of stacking potion luck. I mean, yeah. Even gold luck is shitty to exist in this game, but yeah, potion luck, seriously. I'm never gonna think that a system like this is fun. It's just not fun. See, now it's forcing me to go through 2 loading screens to go to the town to buy potions and then to go back. That's 2 loading screens. One to go there and one to return. And that's just not fun, having to constantly, in the middle of the map, return to the town for potions. I'd much rather get the enemies kill me and pay 10% of my gold to heal myself instead of returning to the town for potions. The way I would see such a system working is if they make enemies 100% chance to drop potions if you kill a champion. But not only did they not make it 100%, they nerfed it from 35 to 30% chance for a champion to drop a potion. So an enemy that normally you might use 2 or 3 or 1 potion when fighting that enemy only has 30% chance to give you a potion in return. But yeah, it just I've said it many times, and I'm gonna keep saying it whenever I start talking about this, and I remember how bad of a system this is. Whereas Diablo and Chaos Bane probably have one of the best potion systems I've seen. Diablo 3 and Chaos Bane. Super simple yet so powerful. Chaos Bane is a little bit better because you can attach certain skills that give you certain buffs when you use the potion. And I'm also not a fan of Path of Exile's flask system, where you're using the flasks as skills, as buffs. Or Wosen's flask system, where you have to kill enemies to fill up the flask so you can heal up. But yeah, I'm pretty sure there's people who like the current potion system in Torchlight 3, but I doubt there's too many of those people. And it could be such a fun system if they change it to a healing skill system, where you can just pick a dedicated healing skill in that slot and have a choice between different healing skills based on what content you're using. Funk Non Tobis says even just double of the max potion limit would be much better. Feel like you sometimes run out in like 1 or 2 dungeons. Sometimes I've needed, on practice mind you, on practice with a meta setup and items, I've ran out while leveling up 3 times within a single dungeon. Within a single map dungeon I've ran out of potions 3 times while leveling up a hero. On practice. I had to go to the city buy potions once, I had to go a second time, I had to go a third time, and then I ran out of potions and money to buy potions. And then I was like, yeah, okay. That doesn't feel right. Wait, why am I fighting those enemies? Oh yeah, I need XP. And just imagine if they remove the potions as consumables. If they remove the potions as consumables, that gives us an extra slot, an extra row. Extra row of items we can hold in the consumables inventory. That would be pretty nice to have an extra row of consumables inventory for other things in there. For recipes and portals and bundles and all sorts of things like that. Alright, I need this, I need a Wifebound Scroll. Need a Wifebound Scroll, but I don't have... Oh, never mind, I've got a Wifebound Scroll. Never mind then. I really don't want to get rid of this. Let's see this one. Okay, let's do this one. 45, 46. I'm gonna keep this as a spare weapon in case I die. Woods Beast Gloves. I no longer need the Woods Beast Gloves. And this is pretty nice. I definitely don't need the cosmic pens. Alright, let's try this map. But yeah, Duran, there is a limit of 20 potions you can carry of this game. The OZ31 says, I like Path of Exile's potion system. Well, you and many other people who are playing the game. Whereas I can't stand it. It's adding unnecessary complexity and it's making me play the piano. Having to use 4 or 5 extra more keys or whatever it was. It's making me have too many skill bar things, too many buttons to have to press, too many things I have to put into my rotation. Unnecessary complexity for me as a casual player. In general, I'm not a fan of flask systems where you have to kill enemies to recharge the flask. I'm a fan of cooldowns, something that's always the same, regardless of how quickly or how slowly you're killing an enemy. Something that you can use even if you haven't killed a single enemy during a boss fight, or done a single amount of damage. As long as you have dodged hits for X seconds, you can still heal yourself and things like that. But again, my choice and my preference, the way I like playing things is different than 95%, maybe 99% of the players out there. I just like things simple yet powerful. The way that's how I like my game systems, simple yet powerful game systems. And Torchlight's skill system is a perfect example of something like that. It's a simple yet very powerful system. You have the skills, you have a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, so sometimes you might want to invest in a passive like this one for the tier 2 bonus. For example, I might invest into Pound for the Slammer bonus damage, I might want to invest into this one for the damage to Conductor skills, or I might invest into this one for the cooldown for Railmaster skills. It feels very strong as a system, even though it's super simple and easy to learn how it works. A perfect example of simplicity but power in one thing as a system. And you don't need to invest into one skill to unlock the next one. As long as you have the level needed to unlock the skill, you can use it. Although right now it says, you see, a little bit buggy. I can use skills I haven't unlocked, but that's because of a new bug they introduced with this last patch, which really helps leveling up a little bit quicker. Alright, let's kill this boss. Oh, am I doing brow with 0, or is that 4 potions? 4 potions, okay. I'm gonna wait for my pet to return before I start the fight. Maybe I can start the fight before the pet returns. Yeah, the pet is back. Nice. All right, let's see what we can do now. This is gonna take forever to do. Come on. Fuck. See, I wasn't in the line that could hit me. On my screen I was not there. On my screen I was much further from where the arrows are gonna go. This is one of the things I never like about this boss. It's super hard to tell whether you're gonna get hit or not, because there's an invisible, not invisible but barely visible red small line. See, there's the orange lines that indicate where those orange lines, and you see the little invisible lines. So even if you're standing in between the yellow lines, the red line is still gonna hit you. Worst experience ever. They really need to rework that and let us have some more breathing room in between the two lines. Or just make it only hit in one place. Every arrow hits in two different places. One at the top, one at the bottom of the projectile. Come on, come on. Let's see this. Of course it's gonna hit me. And I can't make a portal here to go and buy potions. Amazing. See, even though I'm using skills that I'm not supposed to have this early in the game, even then this boss is just unreasonably slow to kill. Fuck this shit, man. I'm gonna go to the town. This boss is just the worst.
You look pale. Can I offer you a drink?
Come on.
See you next time.
Now let's try and get a one-handed weapon.
Here for coin. Here for coin.
Wow, so many, not a single blue item. Is the gambler broken? I'm not getting a single blue item. I think they might have broken the gambler. This is just not normal, doing so many gambles and not getting a single blue. Seriously? Yeah, there's something wrong with the gambler. That's just not normal. If I gamble 11,000 and or 10,000 or whatever, and don't get a single blue item, there is something wrong with the gambler, with the basic attack, with the one-handed weapon. I mean, if I can't beat this boss, I'm gonna go to practice and beat it on practice. Come on. I was out of the fucking arrows on my screen. They need to make it easier to see where the arrow will go. It's super hard to tell. Ah, fuck this. Alright, I'm done leveling with this. I'm just gonna start doing map works for a bit. Mapworks is better. I'm just gonna do the story when I'm higher level. Much better that way than the stupid overpowered boss. Not sure what they've done to this boss, but it definitely wasn't a pleasant experience. Come on. Come on, come on, do damage, do damage. And Eddie is back. Eddie, welcome back. To turn the train into a toy train for Christmas, that's gonna be an interesting idea. If they can pull it off, it will be fun to see a Christmas themed holiday train. And Danny Casson says, why are you not healing from Blood Drinker? I'm not healing from Blood Drinker because I don't have healing skills right now. I don't have this one, I don't have Living Barrier, and I don't have Drain. Although Drain I will be getting right now, because I just hit level 15. I was saving my points for level 15 for Drain. But healing won't help me when I get one shot. There's not much you can do when you get one shot by bullshit badly designed mechanics that are impossible to dodge unless you have Eagle Eyesight. I don't have Eagle Eyesight to see the almost invisible little red line. And even though I dodge the yellow line, the little red line keeps hitting me. And imagine if I was not playing the Blood Drinker and playing a different thing. Then I wouldn't have been able to heal at all. In general, certain things are just overpowered and need some tuning. And Brow's arrows need to be much further apart than they are right now. And it needs to be much easier to see where the arrow is. Make it something that really stands out, and this small little thin red line that's like almost invisible at times, really actually invisible. This needs to be something we can see. I'm gonna do some map works to get some levels and then return to the boss fight at level 20 or something. But I'm saving my skill points for max level flamethrower car. Which means I'm getting how many more points? Let's say I need 10 levels. I need 10 levels. Right now I've got 5 points. I need 5 more. So I can put 1 more point in something. I can probably get Living Barrier and still have enough points. I'm still gonna have enough points even if I put this into... Now there's a problem. I don't have enough room for all the skills I want. I need this to be on this slot and need build train. I've never liked the train builds. Fucking train. Build train shouldn't need to be on the skill bar. It's just taking an unnecessary skill bar slot just to have the base train car. See, this is how a boss fight needs to be. It's much more reasonable killing this one than the other one. Okay, I'm gonna do one more work map, or as many more as I've got in my inventory. Which reminds me, I need to collect some contracts. But yeah, I'm definitely sure you're not the only one hating this boss. It's just not fun. It's definitely not fun on certain builds. If you're playing another build, it might be a bit easier to deal with it, but melee builds are having a tough time with this boss. But my problem is not the boss itself, it's the stupid arrows. You can't see them. You can only see the yellow line, the beige or whatever you wanna call it, champagne colored line. But you can't see the little tiny red line which also can hit you. If there's two things that are gonna hit you, they better show you both things on the screen. Okay, how many more map works have I got? One more here. Let's collect some more. Nice, a helmet. Just what I needed, so I can put something else in the legendarium. In fact, I can put this there, get the set bonus. Busting Church. Actually, I don't need Busting Church. Let's sell some stuff.
Can I offer you a drink? See you next time.
Let's collect this and oh fuck. Let's collect this and this and this. And collect some more contract rewards. Well, let's see this legendary gear bundle. A Snacku Stick, classic.
Potions for your little friend.
Might as well use the Snacku Stick at this point. Okay, I'm gonna use this and this. I'm gonna use the Snacku Stick, but I can't wife bind that Snacku Stick. So just screw it.
Potions. I've got those. See you next time.
If I can get a good one-handed weapon, I can equip the shotgunner shield. This is my kind of plan, but I can't get a sword. It doesn't want to drop me a sword from the gambler, as you saw earlier. Okay, let's remove this and put something like this there. I'm gonna unspec from this one, and maybe for now I can get level 3 drain. Thankfully, spectacles are much easier to get. So even if I need to unspec from something later, that's fine. Let's see if I've missed some chat. Yuran says, for me, they can disable all the lines with when fighting a boss. Well, if they disable all the lines, there's definitely gonna be a lot of people one-shotting, or getting one-shot and rage quitting. I mean, I almost out an F4 and quit the game after this fucking boss fight. And if a game makes me feel this bad, then there's definitely something wrong with the game. When I'm playing on normal, mind you. I'm not playing on fucking ridiculous, I'm playing on normal. I'm expecting an easy time when I play on normal. Because the difference between normal and practice is barely... there's barely any difference between normal and practice. So... I'm not sure why this needs to be this difficult on fucking normal difficulty. The same goes for practice. When I've played on practice, certain things didn't seem casual enough for practice. I'm fine with the challenge if I play on the hardest difficulty or the one before the hardest. But yeah, this is not hard, it's not painful, it's not ridiculous, it's normal. So it shouldn't be that fucking difficult. I shouldn't be getting 1 or even 2 shot by those arrows. I should be able to take 3 hits of those big arrows that she's shooting. And Poopin the Third, that's an interesting nickname. Very nice nickname. He's saying thanks for the skill points allocation for leveling the Dusk Mage Flaming Destroyer. And $10 tip, thank you very much for the $10 tip. I really appreciate it right in the feels, and if you need any more help, don't hesitate to ask. I can try and provide all sorts of information that you might need for that build. Ideally, I would be kind of free to have enough time to update every single one of my builds in the bottom of my website with the skill point allocations. So that's my plan. That's my plan, to eventually update every single build. But right now I'm busy with editing videos or streams and things like that. But I guess sometime I would go and update every single one of those things. If someone needs a specific thing updated, tell me and I will prioritize that thing. So let's say you're playing a certain build or you're planning to play a certain one of my builds, and at the bottom on my website it doesn't say how to level up, how I would suggest to level up this build. Let me know and I will make it my priority next time I update something to beat this one. Normally that's how I've been doing it until now, and I will until I find more time to update all of them. Whenever someone requests the update, I do make it my priority. And I think I've only got less than 1/3 of my builds with skill point allocations, so definitely there's a lot to add there. Come on, come on, take damage, take damage. There is this mace I found, is a decent mace. But yeah, the Drain Train, still a build in progress, it has a nice ring to it. Drain Train. I was planning on making this spinning blades build, but then when I heard myself saying Drain Train, I just couldn't resist the urge to do yet another drain build. I've already got 5 drain builds. A mage drain build, a slammer drain build, a sharpshooter drain build, a forge drain build. Well, now we're gonna have the drain train build as well. My favorite Blood Drinker skill is kind of, I guess, pretty easy to tell. When I've got 5 builds with that skill on that relic. Okay, a bit more left of this map. After this map I will be level 16. So how many more maps have I got? 2 more maps. Maybe by the time I'm done with those 2 maps I will be level 17 or 18. Then I can rush towards Brow and kill her easily. Ideally I would find a sword. I want a one-handed sword. Wait, why am I not using the right shield? I was wondering what's happening, why I'm not using the correct shield. Oh, sword, there we go. And a scroll of Wifebound, perfect. And I'm gonna keep this mace as a backup. I want that backup. Oh, and I can remove some points because I've got 3 pieces of the set right now. Oh, and it has freezing. Freezing, the Power Express build. I'm gonna have to make a Power Express build soon. Someone mentioned that and actually named it the Power Express himself when they were playing the Railmaster with the Cold Heart. And I was wondering, should I make a Power Express or a Blood Drinker train build? And I decided to make the Blood Drinker now, and when I switch to Cold Heart, which will be the next hero I level up, I will probably do Mage or maybe Sharpshooter, because although with Sharpshooter I've already got a bunch of builds, 2 builds with the Cold Heart, so maybe Mage might be the next one with the Cold Heart, we'll see. Or it could be another Railmaster. Still haven't decided what I'm gonna do for Cold Heart. But Cold Heart is definitely the next thing I'm leveling, because I need to make some content and I need every relic for that content leveled up on a hero. Okay.
Your pet is back.
Oh yes, potions. I've got those. Oh, Potions for you, potions for your little friend.
Okay, 2 more maps and then I'm going to kill Brow.
See you next time.
Should give me a good edge if I'm level 17 or 18 when killing her. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, not this map. Seriously, at least it's a good quest. At least it's a quest that can be completed easily. Oh yeah, this chance to freeze. So nice. Chance to freeze. There we go. Alistair is back. He says, "Hey dude, is it worth to level up characters on Ridiculous?" Well, the only reason why I would see someone wanting to level up on Ridiculous is for the badge. This badge that players can see next to your name. It represents the lowest difficulty you have played. Also, if you're in a team, Ridiculous might be good to level up on. Just because you have more champions, which means more fame. Which means more contract levels, which means more bundles until they remove the legendary bundles. So you're not gonna get faster XP per hour, but you're gonna get more enemies per map. So you're gonna get more enemies per map, meaning more XP per map, but you're gonna take more time to complete each map. So overall, probably it's still the same amount of time to level up. But you're gonna be out leveling your content maybe on Ridiculous, especially in a team. I think in a team it's worth to do it in Ridiculous if you don't wanna rush the story and you just wanna squeeze the most XP out of the game while leveling up. To avoid situations like mine where I'm doing maps to catch up on my XP. But those maps are nice, actually. Chance to freeze is just so nice. Okay, nice. Come on. Okay, we can now rush to the boss of this map. Oh, I'm still gonna kill any Voltura that spawn on the way to the boss, because that's XP. Okay, that's good. Noob Noob says, if you want to jump up to ridiculous difficulty, I will help you level. Level 50 Electrode Sharpshooter, just trying to grab contract levels. Will need to send me your Steam name. What do you mean to help me level? Do you mean to help me go through my story? Or do you mean leveling up in contracts, I mean in Mapworks and in Fazir? What exactly do you mean by that, Noob Noob? And my Steam name, anyone can have it if you want it, it's here. And that's the command. Just a moment, I need to plug my mouse charging cable because it's out of battery. Come on, there we go. Okay, there we go. Let's see if I've missed some comments. Alistair says, okay. Alistair says, I started yesterday on Ridiculous and already at level 55 with Desk Mage. Edgar says, how would you be on this map in so low level? Oh, this map is it's a Mapworks portal. It's not actually the map itself. It's a supply run map. So it's just a portal. It's an instance dungeon that you generate from a map. It's not the story zone. I'm just trying to catch up on the levels. I'm trying to catch up on the levels, so then the story would be much easier if you go in with some levels under the belt. Okay, let's keep this as a spare. Okay, I'm doing another one of those. But the thing that Edgar maybe doesn't notice, and maybe some of you might not have noticed, is the thing I found yesterday, a bug that allows you to use high-level skills on a low-level hero. I was able to use Flamethrower Car, Spike Drive here. Every single skill, I was able to use them at level 3 or 4. You just need level 3 to put the Cosmic Breastplate or Helmet, or whatever your class set is, the Mountain King or Musketeer or what's its name? Celestial. And this gives you 1 skill point to each of the skills of the skill tree, or 2 if you're wearing 3 pieces of the set. And if you get those at a low level, that lets you use skills that you haven't unlocked, and that's a bug. You're not supposed to have access to this skill until level 20, or this skill. Right now I've got access to both of those skills. If the skill is like this and doesn't have the walk path, you are okay, you can use it, you can have two levels in the skill and be able to use it, that's intended, but this one is definitely not intended. Me using Flamethrower Car and Spike Drive yesterday on my level 4 hero. So this is probably gonna get fixed soon. For now this makes leveling up new heroes much easier, especially if they're outs and you already have unlocked the helmet and chest of the class for your Legendarium on a different hero of the same class that you've played before. Definitely makes the leveling a bit easier, giving you access to every single skill with those items as early as level 3. Although at level 3 you get 1 Legendarium slot, meaning unless you get the other item as a drop, you're only gonna have just one of the skill 3 unlocked. Which is still good enough for many builds. I mean, Cyclone Mode at level 3. Hello, Cyclone Mode at level 3. Even if it's just 1 point. Go get that Spin to Win Forged at level 3. Although level 1 Cyclone mode is definitely not that great, but it's still pretty decent at level 3 when leveling up a Forged. But that's only if you have the item, which I think was the breastplate, if I'm not mistaken.
Can't cast that here. That spell can't be cast. That spell cannot be cast.
Alright, let's go here.
You have gained a level.
What's here? 60. Yeah, it's not bad, but not gonna use it. And someone just sent me a friend request on Steam. Let me check it. Just a moment. Not sure who that would be, but maybe that's Noob Noob. Okay, there we go. Noob Noob says it was him. Okay. Oh, you couldn't get it to work when you searched the number. That's pretty strange. That is pretty strange. I'm gonna check if the number is the same. So my number is, let me go to my add friends list to see if Steam somehow changed my number. 910386766, and the chat says 910386766. Yeah, it's the same number. Strangely enough, I don't think you're the first person who had problems adding me with the Steam friend code. Maybe it's a Steam problem, I don't know, but yeah, you're definitely not the first person. Work through the search of friends, that's good. That's good to know. I wonder if there's a way to generate a new Steam code, friend code, and then just change the command to give you that code. Oh, train, come on. Sometimes you gotta give the train a little push by disabling and enabling it so it can move closer to the enemy. Come on, come on. Ah, look at how I froze him. That was amazing. That was a screenshot worthy moment. This one was just the best pose to freeze the NPC in. Oh, and a phantom buffer. Nice. Should we play a little bit with the phantom buffer? With the ghost train? If I switch, oh no, I'm not gonna have chance to swow with this shield, so I'm definitely not gonna equip it. Oh, I just realized I'm doing a poison map on a hero who hasn't reached Act 2. So Mapworks portals can spawn you things from zones you haven't reached, yeah. I'm trying to clear the whole map and get as much XP as I can. I think level 18 is probably not what I'm gonna get after this map, but I'm gonna be pretty darn close to level 18 when I'm done with it. We'll see. It's 10:14 p.m. so I wanna finish Act 1 by the time I'm done with this stream. So let's finish this map, rush for the boss of Act 1, and then I can stop the stream. Because yeah, I again was a little bit busy today with video editing and everything. Tomorrow on the other hand, I don't have anything planned to edit. Tomorrow will be streaming only day, unless something comes up and I make a video, but so far I'm not planning. So tomorrow I'll be streaming much earlier in the day, probably around noon my time. So yeah, let's go finish this map, kill Brow, unlock Act 2, and then be done for the day. But yeah, tomorrow's gonna be a long stream. Well, I might have to split it in 2 streams to have some sort of a break for food in between. We'll see. It depends how early I start streaming tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be trying to finish the second act, to finish the third act, and then get as close to 60 as I can on this hero. Oh, I forgot to swallow the boss. I should have swallowed it before using my flamethrower and shotgun cars. If only my flamethrower car wouldn't shoot at the little spiders, but only focus on the big spider. Would have made things much quicker. Okay, time to go and finish Brow now. And let me check the chat. Noop and Alistair are gonna group between each other. So let's see. Oh no, not my fort. No, I teleported by accident. Now one extra loading screen. I'm not gonna fight enemies. I'm just gonna rush straight for the boss. Straight for the boss, kill it, and be done with it. Come on. Okay, we're teleporting to... What was it? Guarded path, I think. Wait, how did we reach Brow? Was it guarded path or was it... I think it wasn't guarded path. I think it was switching grounds from Lake Gobdunk. Shit, I don't remember even how to reach her. Does anyone remember? I've done it so many times, yet I can't remember. Guarded path was not that. That was it was Witching Grounds, I think. The guarded path is the one that leads to Strong Tusk, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, Alistair also added me. Oh, no, cancel. I almost cancelled and ignored the friend request. Okay, Alistair, I've accepted you as well. So how do we reach the Trial of Strength? Was it Witching Grounds? Oh, no, Witching Grounds was the witch, I think. Shit, am I lost now in the game for the first time since forever? Without knowing where to go. It's the worst possible time to get lost in the game. Okay, that's it. Shattered Void. That's the place I need to go to. Shattered Void. Well, Alistair, it's kind of late for me as well. It's 10:19 p.m. I just want to kill this boss and then stop my stream. But thanks anyone for stopping by. And yeah, Alistair, we can team up sometime for sure. I did accept your friend request, so we can team up tomorrow or any other time you want to. As you can see, I'm not killing the enemies. I might just put my train to auto kill some stuff while I'm moving. Nope, wrong button. Oh, that's not the way. Okay, I can see it. I can see the boss room. She's there. And I've got 8 potions. Let's try and maybe get one more potion here. 9 potions. Okay, 9 potions should be enough. My damage is much higher than before. In fact, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna use this shrine right before the boss. And just hopefully it doesn't expire before I start the fight. Come on. Okay. Alright, seems much easier now that I did 3 3 map portals, gearing up a little bit better, leveling more, made this much easier. In fact, I even got a Doom Pipe, although I already had one in the Legendarium. But yeah, thanks Truckwup. This will be it for now from me. I'm off to Lake Gobdunk, not to Lake Gobdunk, but to the second act. So tomorrow I will continue leveling this hero, and it will be a long stream. Maybe, as I said, I'm gonna split it into 2 streams with a food break. But in any case, thanks again everyone for being here, for watching my content, reading my guides. And thanks you for the follows, for the subs, and thanks for the tips as well. Keep it cool. Until next time, Truckwup, and goodbye from me.